Hey everybody, welcome back to Jeff Bull Central, doing a game video for you today. This is a Tainted Grail, Fall of Avalon. I'm doing like a 2026 review of this because actually this game entered into early release in 2023 and it finally launched its 1.0 final version, quote unquote, in May of last year. I finally just got around to playing it on the PS5. Frankly, because it was on sale and I was sort of waiting for it to do that. I really like this game, man. Obviously, the comparisons to Elder Scrolls are going to abound just because it is very Elder Scroll-y. There's no denying that. There's no denying that Questline, the developer here, took inspiration from Elder Scrolls, the best of the Elder Scrolls, and why not? Elder Scrolls is a fantastic series, obviously. You know, it kind of reminds me of another game that came out last year, Avowed, all right? The thing about Avowed is that people made a big deal about how it was Elder Scrolls-like, and I probably made too big of a deal out of it too, because it is Elder Scrolls-like, but I think it was kind of trying to achieve something straight up new with that. The thing about Tainted Grail, however, is that it's a little bit lower budget, it's a little bit more indie in nature. For instance, it's based on a Polish tabletop game that was kickstarted back in 2018. It's not even based on like a property that was, you know, picked up by some major corporate investor or like that had some kind of professional representation. It's a Kickstarter franchise for a tabletop game, and they've made a couple games based off of it now. But this is the cool 70-hour first-person, again, fantasy RPG. It does some pretty good stuff here, okay? And again, it has the template of Elder Scrolls, but it doesn't stay with the template of Elder Scrolls. First of all, the story is grimmer. They call it grimdark type fantasy. It's about King Arthur and Camelot and Avalon. It takes like a twisted dark fantasy version of the standard King Arthur thing where Arthur and his knights came to Avalon to actually conquer it and to stop something called the Red Death and these kind of giant forebearer beings that we never see, but you actually see their weapons and their armor and sometimes even pieces of them kind of scattered throughout the world. Just these massive pillars of swords and things, and you get something major happened here at some point. And the quest line is pretty cool actually, because you never really know if you're supposed to trust Arthur, who happens to be a kind of a soul, a disembodied soul attached to you. That happens early on in the game. He kind of, you're recovering pieces of his armor, and in so doing, including Excalibur, obviously.